All right, we are live, episode 5.
Back for episode 5 with a new guest for the first time.
Not even a new guest. Yeah, our first guest.
First guest.
And we're excited to introduce Shane Zimmer.
Let's go.
Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Applause.
Thank you. My pleasure.
So, tell us a little bit about yourself to our viewers that don't know you.
I'm 24. Young, handsome male.
We all met in school.
Yeah, I mean, they've been friends probably a long way
He,
longer.
him, you know.
He, him.
Just want to be correct here.
Hey,
PC,
pronoun?
keeping it
You gotta be
PC.
clear. You gotta be clear nowadays.
I do air conditioning, commercial air conditioning. Kind of similar to what Ray does, you know. Blue-collar trades guy.
Yeah.
So when we build the studio, we got the AC in our studio.
Oh, yeah, we're chilling. We got that cold.
Cool.
Oh, yeah, we still got the fan on. Whoa.
But yeah, we all known each other since middle school.
Yeah, we could talk about, that fight club that we started.
That too.
Oh,
yeah. You can even bring that clip up. It's on
shit.
YouTube.
It's on YouTube?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
on. What's it called though? I remembered. I keep wanting to bring this up about you when you had the nerve to call. What do you call me? A crackhead or some shit in high school? Was the way you described me? I forgot that you were Mr. Emo.
Yeah, it was bad. I went through a phase, okay?
And I know you happen to have a picture, right?
Somewhere, yeah. I'll pull
Dude,
it up.
okay, but hands down, when you came over to like our middle school, like I don't know, but I felt like all the chicks, like they fucking, I could hear them like talking about you, dude. It
Really?
Was, yeah, it was
Wait,
like fucking.
where?
Wait, you went
Kessler?
to, yeah, you
No,
went to John Muir.
yeah, didn't you go to?
No,
John
I didn't go
Muir
to John
for
Muir.
that?
No.
Well, maybe it was high school.
Yeah,
then.
high school. Yeah.
Yeah,
Shit,
dude.
I'm a
But I
ladies'
remember,
man,
like, yeah,
okay?
when you came over, dude, it was like the girls were like, "Oh, this is it's a new guy, Marcus. Oh my god, his
dead.
hair
I
is
think
so perfect."
Yeah, he was like so like he stood out.
I had
Hey,
the
dude,
Bieber
the
hair.
it worked, bro.
I had the Bieber hair, I had the piercing.
Yeah, the piercing.
Yeah, dude, it
Oh,
worked,
that's
bro. They
true.
were
It was
all
bad.
about it. That
Shit.
fucking Paramore.
Paramore. Hell no.
I don't know why, bro. That whole
Great reference.
That whole era just reminds
Terrible
me of
reference.
Paramore.
You could have easily been cropped into their band photo.
Blink
Shit.
182.
Some
you
Fall Out
know,
Boy?
That whole, yeah, Fallout
Yeah.
Boy. Yep.
That's hilarious.
Back to Fight Club?
But yeah, so at a certain point in high school, that was freshman year, right?
Yeah, we were talking about, like the first episode, how you guys were torturing fucking, what's her name?
He says we tortured Miss Lewis.
Oh, Miss Lewis. No, we can torture her. She loved us, dude.
Yeah.
You guys were crazy in that class.
Yeah, that was the littest shit. But you know what the whole thing about that was? The whole thing about that was that Raymond, you had a girlfriend, right? When we first got to high school. Or you ended up breaking up with your girlfriend at some point. And like that freshman year, like you weren't with Gina yet. And like I remember we would hang out hell, and that's when we were doing crazy ass shit.
I remember probably the funniest parts were when we would just like miss the first 30 minutes, 40 minutes of class. We'd go like McDonald's and shit and come back onto campus.
No way.
And
That's
then we
what
would
you
just
guys
tell her,
did?
oh, yeah, we were in the bathroom. We were taking shits. And I think we even at one point told her we were brothers, or right?
Yeah,
Or some
yeah,
shit.
dude.
Oh, man. Good
I mean,
times.
you
Good
guys
times.
were crazy in that class. But then we ended up getting into a fight club at it was at your pad, right?
Yeah, at my mom's house.
I think me and you came up with it, right?
Yeah,
And we
it was-
started getting everybody to...
Yeah, we
try and
would
fight.
just-
You're
hang
you
out.
should do $5 entry, bro.
Well, the thing was we wanted to be just like the regular fight clubs, where it's like if you couldn't come unless you were fighting your first day.
Yeah, I
which
remember.
didn't work for after the second time. People just want to keep coming and not fighting.
They would watch, they would see the first fight, and they'd be like, yeah, no.
Dude, everybody was afraid. Everybody was afraid to fight Shane.
Yeah, only one person ever boxed you back there, and it wasn't like an official match.
Yeah, like David, and I think I had one glove on.
Yeah, you had one glove
Oh,
on.
one glove you
Yeah.
just
And
blocking.
still you won.
Yeah.
But I give David props for that. He
Well, that was a big dude too back in the day.
Hermosillo?
Wasn't he big?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was
thicker.
pretty decent.
I'll never forget, though, Mac versus Johnny, dude.
Yo, isn't that when Johnny broke
was
his
the
nose?
one,
or
dude.
something?
Johnny had that big-ass
Dude.
fucking nose, bro. I felt so bad for
I give Johnny credit
dude.
though, because then remember he fought me after.
Yeah, he still
was
wanted
still
to go.
down.
Well-
and then it was one punch, and he started being like, "All right, we're not doing this
Yeah,
anymore. We're
dude.
not
No
doing this
way.
As
anymore."
soon as he clipped his nose again for the second time, it was like,
It was over. It was
That was
so
good
bad.
times.
And
We're gonna
then, but
get
then you and Mac fought, and that was a good one too. That's what's on YouTube.
That was on YouTube.
Yeah, that's the only one that ever got posted to YouTube.
You
I
know,
don't
the
even
thing
remember,
was
bro.
that, because I was training at AK, and Mac would come there, and he would do the kickboxing class. So, like, I knew, and Johnny went too, but Johnny would only do jiu-jitsu. So I knew that Mac had, like, some experience.
Oh, I
and
didn't
so it
know
almost
that.
wasn't fair.
I didn't know that.
Because I had seen him at the gym. I knew that he was a little more experienced. And he knew, too, that he had a leg up on kind of everyone.
Damn.
He'd already been practicing.
It wasn't that
Mac
bad.
was pretty chill though. He was.
Oh, yeah, he was chill. Yeah, he was chill. Good.
Do you talk to him or you know?
I just remember coming back to school and people were like, "Bro, you got beat up." I'm like, "Bitch, no, I didn't."
That was the worst thing, though. It's the people that want to say something that wouldn't even want to go and
Yeah,
do it.
yeah.
And it's like, who gives a shit?
That's the thing,
It's like
dude.
it's Fight Club.
Yeah, win or lose, like, you get a respect from someone that they're willing to step in there and, like, put their, their body in danger for...
We're all little fucking
for the
15-year-olds.
And we did no prize winner. There was no,
Yeah.
just to do
Just
it.
I mean, it
to
was
do
just
it.
it was just props. Like,
Yeah,
just
it was
for
just
the
fun.
props.
We were all
Yeah.
having a good time. And then I remember it was like, I think it was when I left and came back, and I was like, "Hey, Shane, we should do the Fight Club again." And you're like, "Nah, we're too big now. We're gonna hurt each other."
When was that?
Like when I left, I think it was sophomore year and came back.
Would you go to like Independence?
No,
You
I
went
went to
to-
Modesto.
yeah.
Remember?
Oh shit.
And, you don't remember that?
Nuh-uh.
Didn't you leave at a certain point?
No, I mean I was never going to school, bro. I was always in and out.
Oh, okay.
But
that's
no,
what it was.
never left.
But yeah, no, I had left and came back, and I was like, "Shane, we should do that again." He's just like, "Nah, man, we're too big. We're gonna fuck each other up. It's not.
Someone's
it's
gonna
not
get fucking put in the
Yeah,
hospital.
well, I mean, by then, like, at first it was like, that freshman year was like almost like just a middle school again. We have all these middle school kids at my house. But then at that point, it was like now we'd have a house full of grown-ass men.
Yeah.
My mom would come over and it'd be
We're
weird.
just in the backyard throwing fucking
Yeah.
hands.
Yeah, no, those are good times. Good times. But yeah, it's a
times.
little bit about Shane and a little bit of our history with Shane. We've
Swole gods have blessed him.
if anybody
Yeah.
wants to find his Instagram, it's Muscle Shark. Is it still 420 or is it no longer?
Muscle Shark _fit.
We'll tag it in the YouTube.
I did take the 420 out because of the union and stuff, Like,
Oh, got it,
I didn't
got it,
want
got it.
like fucking people going on there and be like, "Oh, he smokes weed."
You can take that out if you want.
Well, do you smoke weed?
Yeah. I do. Yeah, I smoke weed, and then well, now that the laws are different, like, I feel like that it's fine.
Didn't you quit for a bit?
I did. I quit for a year. I was not smoking at all, and then I just started smoking again, and
Bro,
now it's been every day.
Fucking, do you remember, what was that? The Santa Teresa barbecue?
Senator
Oh,
Bar and
SC
Grill.
Bar and Grill.
That
Bar
was
and Grill.
the place.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Arnold.
Dude, that's
Arnold.
I got my first dab from you guys. He was like, yo, he was like, I was like, let me get a small dab. He's like, there's no small dabs here.
And that was like,
water,
that was when we didn't know
water.
anything about like timing and waiting for it to
Yeah,
cool
yeah.
down. It was just straight up hot dabs.
Red hot, fucking.
No,
I just remember dying, and I'm like, water.
Bro, we had like that Joey and shit, dude. We had so much. Like, it was
insane.
Damn.
So blessed.
so young.
Shit.
So much at our disposal.
Let's get on our first topic.
All right. So what's a little quick topic I want to talk about? The thing I hate the most nowadays with all this COVID and mask and shit. I'll end up, whether it's quick run to the grocery store, going to pick up some food, whatever the fuck it may be, and I'm on my way there and I realize I didn't bring a mask. What do? So what I've done at times, I've popped the trunk, I've gotten socks and cut them open and just done just a scarf that had like
Some DIY.
just the like little dumb like even logos like one of them was my chick's kids like old scarf. It had like purple little hearts on it and it was just like had stains all over because it was just old and in the trunk for God knows how long. It smelled so bad
Oh,
putting that
hell
thing
no.
on, dude.
Dude.
But it's like what I'm already there. The food's I can't go back home. It's
Yeah.
It pissed me off. What I respect about Home Depot is they'll give you a fucking mask.
Yeah, exactly. Some places will have masks
That should be
ready for you.
mandatory.
It should be.
what I'm
They
saying?
should have those little cheap fucking throwaway masks.
I mean, I get like maybe not like a liquor store that doesn't want to, like they're not going to hash out their money to give you a free fucking mask. But,
Yeah.
But for sure, any big department store or legit chain store should.
Or you gotta find a mask before you come in here and buy a mask for $3, $6.
Yeah, exactly. It's so dumb.
But, dude, I mean, like I was watching that thing with the Senate, and it's like they're talking to that Fauci guy, and he's like saying that you should still wear a mask even after you have the vaccination. And it's just like, when does this end? And why are they so adamant on getting us to wear masks? Like,
Right.
if you can't spread it anymore, like, why, dude?
Or you can't get it anymore.
It's a symbolism of silence.
That's seriously though, dude.
You know what I
like,
saw,
there's
though?
gotta be something.
Is this new little trend where it's just a nose mask? It literally is just a little mini mask
do
that
you
goes
mean?
over
It
your
still
nose.
counts.
It's just a mask but
Yeah.
shrunk to where it just covers your nose.
Not your mouth?
No, because they say that's where you spread it. I guess.
Bro.
I mean, I don't think it's legit, but it's just an idea somebody's
Weren't
had
they
now.
talking about double masking too?
Yeah.
And I've even heard triple masking at one point. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Bro,
so
like I
stupid.
can't breathe.
Oh
Like at the
my
gym, what do you think?
Well, luckily, the gym that I've been going to, Scotts Valley Gym, they let you. They say you have to wear it when you're walking around, but when you get to your equipment, you can take it down.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, and then so when I go in there, I just take it off.
Yo,
I'm just walking around.
dope.
Nobody says anything. But
dude,
it's
like,
just they have to cover their own ass by saying you
exactly.
need to wear it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
it's so annoying when you're doing like cardio and you're just like breathing into the mask and you can't even breathe.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of embarrassing to say, but I didn't realize how bad my fucking breath smells.
Oh, hell,
Dude, on some real shit. Like sometimes I'll be like, "Damn, what the
Yeah,
fuck?"
dude,
I'm like,
I'm
"Did I wash this
I
mask?"
know.
Like,
What the fuck's going on here?
But no, yeah, or like going into a mall where you're inside for a majority of time. It's like
Yeah.
you have to fucking keep that thing on the whole time, and you're just like, "Fuck, man!" It's like some of the stores don't have circulation, like better circulation, like others, and you're just like, "Fuck, it's hot as fuck in here." You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and then-
or like while we're working, like
Yeah,
all the places
exactly.
I work, they want me to wear it all the time, and honestly, I'll take it down when no one's looking.
Yeah,
But
always. Or what I'd like to do is just put it under my nose, so I can
Yeah.
breathe through my nose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I'll be doing cardio and I'll just have to lift it so I can get that fresh breath of air, bro. And then,
I hate when I see somebody just walking with a mask on outside.
bro, or
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
driving.
Yeah, dude, it's like it infuriates me.
They're
I'm just
driving
like,
with the mask
know what you
on.
need to know, all right? You
Yeah.
know, you're not. It's literally impossible for you
Yeah,
to
yeah.
get it at that
But I mean,
moment.
it's their person. They want
right.
to do it.
But it's
so whatever.
everywhere too, and then you can totally tell like how people are sheep is because if one person's wearing it and they're walking down the street, then you look around, everybody else is wearing it and stuff.
Yeah,
And then
'cause
so you feel weird because
Yeah,
you're not
exactly.
wearing it.
You're like, this
Not
guy's
even
a
that, people
Trump
are looking
supporter.
at you.
Exactly, yeah, dude. Like if you're not wearing a mask, and like I don't know, maybe we're wrong, but I feel like people assume that you're like some like right wing like
Yeah, they're just.
Yeah.
QAnon.
Like,
fucking-
oh, this guy's the next mass shooting.
Yeah, he's a flat earther.
This guy's gonna. They cram you into a bunch of assumptions just because you don't have a mask on.
Dude, and it's honestly like the only word to describe it is like it's like they're like stereotyping you, you know?
Yeah.
It's like a form of discrimination almost.
Which is weird because it's like nowadays that's what people are fighting so hard to be against.
Yeah.
Justice and whatnot, but yet
And equal everything.
they'll find it's okay to
if it's
certain
and
subjects
we
or-
won't say what specific group it is, but if it's this specific group, you can do whatever you want to them. Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
okay. You
Yeah,
can
yeah.
fucking you can
this-
say whatever you want about them.
exactly. It's really weird how shit has come. Which actually, next topic I want to talk about, which is the whole super straight thing coming out now. Have you heard about that?
Well, he
Yeah,
mentioned
I
something.
mentioned
I
it
saw
earlier.
a clip about it, and it was basically like, from my understanding, I could be wrong, but like it's basically makes it okay for you to be homophobic, kind of in a way, because you're like, oh, I'm super straight. I don't support or I don't want
Is
to.
it that you don't support it?
Or I don't know if it's you don't support it, but you don't want to like be associated with homosexuals or anybody who's like transgender or anything like that.
Yeah, and the way I took it though, or the way I thought about it was, honestly, I'm surprised it's taken this long for this type of term to come about. I feel like honestly, it's maybe starting out as like a joke or a troll or something,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
in the future, it's gonna be a legit thing where it's like, I mean, whether it's considered still super straight or just straight again, but like it's gonna be a legit thing where you have to say, no, I'm straight. Like it's like gonna be, you're gonna have to say it
In order just to defend yourself.
yeah, and it's crazy. And then, but what I don't agree with is like people are doing it, just to troll a lot of the times. But it's just bullshit, trolls. But for the people that really truly want to just identify like that, how can you tell them they can't or they shouldn't?
Yeah.
Because then you're doing the same thing that the other people were getting hated
Exactly.
on for what they
But
believe
that just
in.
gives people the right to fucking identify as anything the fuck they want, dude.
But
and
that's what
dumb.
we're in. That's the world we're in.
It's like, where do you draw the line,
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying though. But that's where we're already headed, and that's where we're already at. Is where now
Yeah.
there's so many
Well,
pronouns.
wait till another
there's so-
world war comes up.
Honestly, I feel like at this point, at the stage we're at, that's the only thing that's gonna return us to normalcy.
Exactly.
Is some crazy fucking like, global. Who knows what the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, what do you
War.
think if fucking alien just appeared out of nowhere?
Honestly, I feel like that might be the only thing that unites everyone, the world, is if we're like, okay, we all got to figure out this alien shit.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that's more so if they're here to cause some havoc. If they're here just as friendlies, nobody's gonna unite because they're just
Yeah.
friendlies. But if they're like threatening civilization or anything is truly gonna threaten civilization, that's the only way I see it happening.
Threatening our fucking existence.
Real quick too, for those of you that are just listening and can't really see us, and you're wondering why we sound so different, we got some new mics.
New and improved.
We've
go.
been needing it, especially after our last episode.
Applause.
It's something that definitely needed to be done, and we hope you guys can tell the difference.
Definitely.
We paid a pretty penny for these things,
For
and,
sure. A stimmy check.
and we're excited.
A stimmy check
that,
on this audio.
We got our
equipment.
audio down, seeing as how it's such a big part of podcasting.
If you guys have any audio, gifts that you want us to add on, go ahead and shoot it in the comments, and then maybe we'll add one of them to the button
Not
that we got.
gifts,
GIFs.
like a present, but GIF as in sound bites.
Yeah, sound bites, exactly. A little fucking audio file, and then we'll add it. You could have I think up to a minute long or even more. So,
which is a little excessive, unless it's maybe you guys have a dope intro or something.
And then we got someone that can rap. Shane, can you rap?
No, definitely not. But I was thinking, I mean, you could change them. Each episode have some like special intricate ones.
Yeah. Definitely
on
the applause for the guest. And
the guest one for sure. We should keep as an applause, unless it's like we have somebody we know we don't like. I'll just don't even tell them because they can't hear it. It's all boo.
Because I'm the only one who could hear it right now.
Yeah, I was telling Marcus that if you want to get somebody over here to talk about I don't know if you're familiar with the QAnon stuff.
Little bit.
Dude, it's like some super intense conspiracy shit, so I'm down.
I know
about
I know what it is and what it's about. I just don't follow it.
It's like Trump is supposed to be the savior.
Yeah, Hunter is he's in it. He's legit.
I was just talking to him the other day.
He will talk about that for
he was a little skeptical coming on though.
No way.
Yeah,
well, he was just because I told him I was like, hey, you should come on too one day. You could really get us canceled. He started laughing.
Oh, for real though, for real. Because he's
but for sure he's got to be on the show at least one time.
Yeah. What did he say? He said he's skeptical.
Well, not that he's skeptical, but he was just like, I don't know, like saying how Shane was when I told him about it. He's like, I don't know if you guys, I don't know. I give you guys credit. I don't think I could do it. But
I mean, we're just sitting here chilling.
Yeah,
vibing.
it's just talking. Once you get into it, especially getting used to it, it's just a conversation, really. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
another topic, I think gun control with the new mass shooting. I mean, supposedly there's how many?
Yeah,
like
I guess
150 or something like that.
But like in the last couple of days, or like last week, or
the only one I've seen is the Colorado one.
Well, so there was that one in.
There's the one with the massage parlors.
Massage parlor. I want to say it was in the South somewhere.
Yeah.
The South
Dude, they got $2 million donated to their families. Damn.
But do you think that? What do you think about that? Is that considered race motivated?
No. I mean, I personally would say it's not race motivated. The guy, what he said is that he was addicted to going to these massage parlors,
right?
And so that he felt the only way for him to cure himself of this addiction was for him to get rid of the massage parlors. He quote unquote, he said they were too tempting.
Well, clearly he's got bigger issues, and that clearly isn't going to.
God damn.
He's got mental problems.
He's right though. It cured
him
because
had
now
a bad
he's in jail.
day.
He can't go to these massage parlors.
He's got the guy has mental issues.
Yeah, and even then,
mental issues. You shouldn't be able to buy a weapon.
Yeah, but I mean,
who's to say you got it legally?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
The other thing
that's where we're saying. That's where I'm going to.
Yeah. Or they could be gifted. There's
certain states you could just gift a gun.
Right. I mean, there's plenty of exceptions, but it's definitely not. You can't take this one specific subject or one incident and then apply it to every law-abiding citizen that owns a firearm.
Exactly.
It's just not fair.
Right.
I mean, it's just like discrimination, like we were talking about earlier. You're stereotyping all gun owners.
Correct. And then, which I mean, I'm sure you're going to bring up, but how Biden's now trying to. I don't know if it's. I mean, I'm assuming it's true because it's everywhere. Where he's proposing to the Senate. I think it was actually I've seen him talk about it on like a little speech where he's saying to mandate no more
AR-15s.
I think he said any assault,
no more assault rifles. And then it comes into the whole debate of what's an assault rifle?
Exactly, because you could get a fucking
But I'm talking about where now I'm seeing he's saying to approve them police officers to be able to go into a house without a search warrant to get that.
Yeah,
rifle.
That's fucking.
You know how much mayhem that would cause with the people, especially that are trained.
That's
in
against
using
the
these
Second
weapons?
Amendment.
Yeah, but I mean, we do a lot of things that are against the Second Amendment or against amendments. You know what I'm saying?
Or is it the Fourth Amendment?
No, it's the
right
Second
to
Amendment.
search.
Oh, that one.
Well, that's the Second Amendment, and then the Fourth Amendment is the right to search.
Yeah.
I mean, they were very specific, and I really do believe this. And I don't sound crazy, but when the founding fathers, wrote the Constitution, they put that stuff in there specifically because they understood, the importance of having, regular citizens that can defend themselves against
because
government.
They knew a government could be corrupt at some point.
Exactly. Yeah. It's basically
those were people that were technically the early days government, and they even admitted, hey, it's a little bit too much for some people, and it could go bad real quick.
Yeah, because I'd rather be the person, with a weapon to defend myself in that type of situation rather than just be helpless in there.
I kind of am okay with the fact that they're not trying to say no gun, because clearly they're saying that they know that's ridiculous. But still, to say that we can't have a gun that can match what they have in some sort of way.
That's the problem.
Yeah. We have to be able to defend ourselves against them.
Well, even then, we don't even have weapons that match the military.
We're here.
Dude, there was this documentary about
Go to Texas?
this Native American, I don't know what you call it, a community or whatever, where in the Native American reservation, and they had a shootout with the FBI. Basically, an FBI agent rolled up on their property or whatever, and they didn't know who he was, so they opened fire on him and killed him.
Wasn't it? Didn't have to do with fracking?
I'm not sure what it was. He was there trying to purchase weapons off some guy or something. But they killed him.
So he was there to meet up with an Indian.
Yeah, he was like trying to do a setup. And they didn't know who he was, so they opened fire on him or killed him. And then the FBI basically launched like a full. They basically went in there with tanks and shit, and were like,
no way.
But the Native Americans were holding it down. This is like, I don't know, I want to say the 80s or 90s.
Oh.
And the Native Americans were holding it down. But the guy said that in the documentary that the only thing that prevented them from defending their territory, because they held him back for a number of days. Yeah. He said the main difference was the fully automatic weapons. Yeah. It's like they could not compete with these. They'd pop up to fire off a round, and these guys would just open up on them, just bah, 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 bah. And they couldn't even, even pop up.
No way.
And that's the issue, is it doesn't matter how well you know the land, how much of an advantage you have of hunkering down. It's when you don't have something that can compete with what they got, because at the end of the day, if they want to shoot a fucking rocket at you, they're going to shoot a rocket at you.
You can't buy them.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, some people have them in the United States.
You need
I've seen it.
A fucking license, a special license and all that.
But I'm saying some people even get them illegally.
Well, yeah, obviously.
But I'm just saying the average person, I feel like, should be able to have, not rockets, because that'd be insane if you just walk down the street and start doing a rocket.
Bro, Chirac, bro.
But,
Chicago.
But, you should at least be able to have a fully automatic weapon, I feel.
Oh, yeah. And
whether you want it or not. Like we were just talking about earlier, fully automatic isn't really the best anyways.
Yeah.
What do you think about a silencer?
Oh, I think that should be 100% allowed.
Definitely.
And it's a suppressor.
Well, either or.
Yeah, either or. But
it's better because it's better for your hearing as well, in case you fucking have to fire in home.
Hunting too, and defending your home.
Yeah, because that's the thing is, what are you gonna? They always say like, this home defense shotgun, because I was just looking at them.
Fucking lose your hearing.
They're like, yeah, this is great for shooting down hallways. I'm like, what?
They're literally advertising.
If you missed the first one, you're fucked because you're just so disoriented. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I think silencers, suppressors.
Not only that, bulletproof vests are illegal in California.
Yeah, that's dumb too.
Oh shit!
You can't even.
I got one.
Can't even protect yourself.
Cut that out.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand that.
They're illegal. I shipped it here from AR 500.
I heard that they're illegal in California.
Yeah, but how legit bulletproof is it?
It's a level 4, so it can fucking block a 308 fat ass round.
One of them?
I'm pretty sure it's multiple, but it's until it cracks. But one is just gonna fucking knock you down, though. You're gonna be, out of the fight pretty much.
But you won't die.
Exactly.
But even then, we doing headshots, baby.
That's why we always aim for the head.
Marksman.
If anything that zombies taught me.
Yeah.
Go for the head.
Headshots only.
What's it called? But that actually brings me into another subject. Is the Stanford prison experiment?
Oh yeah.
I want to talk about that one. Have you seen that? Or heard about that?
I've watched the movie, the live action reenactment.
The remake.
Mm-hmm.
They got a lot of famous people in that one.
Yeah, they did.
Fucking Flash is in it. The new Flash is in that.
Oh wait, what? It's that new?
Yeah, it's 2015.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it was like before we got the Flash role.
The Emal Hirsch guy from
Ready Player One.
Right. Or was he in that movie?
Yeah, there's two different dudes that are almost look similar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And one of them's a good guy, one of them's a bad criminal and a cop or a correctional officer. But basically, what it's about is this guy that was a psychology, a professor in at Stanford in the 1970s. He came up with this idea to experiment and a prison simulation. And so he was given, the funding to do it. And they built like this it's literally the littlest, tiniest area in like the basement of this, somewhere in Stanford. And it's like their rec room, which is their yard, is basically a hallway.
Yeah. And
then they have 3 cells, and each cell held like 3 people, because I think it was like 9 and 9. And there was 9 guards and 9 prisoners. And when they did, I think, over like 70 different interviews first, let me get ahead before I get ahead of myself. They sent out a paper, message in the paper, like on the bulletin board, basically.
To be part of an experiment?
Yeah, and you'd get paid $15 a day for being a part of it, and it was supposed to last 1 to 2 weeks, is what the paper said. And then they got like a bunch of people that wanted to be a part of it, especially college students at the time, $15 a day. They're trying to make money, you know what I'm saying? And so a lot of people were down, and they show how when it came down to them picking the guards versus the inmates, even though they asked all these volunteers, what would you rather be? When it came down to it, they took their headshots of each one. They asked them a bunch of questions, like a series of did you have any kind of psychological problems before this? Have you used any serious drugs? Do you do this? Do you drink? All kinds of questions. Then they figured out which ones were the best candidates that weren't having pre-existing conditions that might contaminate the experiment. And then they basically, it's 50-50 chance. Even no matter what they said they wanted to be, they basically said, boom, 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 boom,
Roll
boom.
the dice almost.
Yeah. They basically did flip of a coin.
Yeah.
So they'd flip the coin, and then, okay, you'd go here. The person who didn't goes here.
Damn, something lucked out.
And then, so even dudes that said, I'd rather be most of the dudes, from what it sounded like, wanted to be a prisoner.
Yeah.
Whether
Really?
it was...
Nobody wants to be a CO because they have a bad...
Yeah,
They got the bad look?
They have a bad look, and that's what one of them guys says. Nobody likes the guards.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then one of the guys says, well, being a prisoner sounds like it'd be easier. You know what I mean? So let me just be a prisoner.
To do what you're told.
Yeah, exactly. And then so they do all this shit. They get it all figured out. They get their guys. And then they basically give the guards a set of rules. And they all sign contracts, basically, saying you can never put your hands on the inmates, striking them. You can grab them and, get over here. But yeah, you can't really strike at them and whatnot. And within the first day, it was kind of more a struggle to really get it to be a real simulation. It was kind of
They're
more
not taking it seriously.
Yeah, it was
Getting in the groove.
Right.
The prisoners were kind of laughing. Yeah,
and the guards are like,
Yeah.
get over here.
Yeah, exactly. And then even the guards are as they're telling them shit. You know what I mean?
Hey, bitch.
Yeah, exactly. And then it gets to the point where it came down to one guard came in and really was what he later says was doing his own experiments, unbeknownst to everyone else, which was, how far can I go without somebody telling me no?
Yeah. How far can you push these guys to the point where they'll be like, all right, I'm
not doing that.
Who, the professor said that?
No, this was one of the guards.
Oh, okay.
Participants.
One of the students. And he comes in and he just starts laying down the law. And you will address me as Mr. Correctional Officer, and he even puts on a
Mustache.
no, like a fake voice,
Yeah.
there's a country little twang to his voice and shit like that. And it's interesting because then people are like, whoa, what the fuck? The prisoners start questioning it, what's going on? This is getting a little serious.
Yeah, they start to resist more almost.
Yeah.
And then they even kind of have a rebellion.
Yeah.
In the first day or two. And then, or first day, I think, and what happens is one of the participants ends up having a fucking mental breakdown within the first 34 hours. He because they even have a little a closet that's supposed to be the hole where you get put in if you're extra bad.
Oh, okay,
and he gets put in that motherfucker, and they keep fucking with him, and then they'll come in and just fuck with him on purpose because they knew he was the one that was causing the most problems.
Yeah,
which is what would really happen.
Yeah, once he exposed his weakness, then they're just now they're trying to chip away at it.
Yeah. And like the guy said, he was going to go until he was told to stop, whether it was by the inmates, he says, or by the professors, because the professors are watching the whole time.
Supposedly they're watching on cameras, but
So
it
are they
seemed like
it's
they
filmed
weren't.
though. It is filmed,
But it seemed like they weren't watching. Well, I mean, or maybe the professors were trying to see how far it would go too.
And then even the professors, the main professor, had a guy that had done a lot of time come and watch with him, a friend of his
No
that
way.
had done a previous amount of time in I think San Quentin or some shit like that.
Hardcore.
Yeah, so because he wanted it to be more authentic, you know what I'm saying? And then there was a point where they were he even said in that first day that they were going to close it down. That they were just this isn't going to work. This isn't what we were expecting. But then all of a sudden it started getting interesting.
Yeah.
And then, long story short, fucking guy that has a mental breakdown ends up getting to leave. And
He got
he quits.
They could quit if they wanted to.
Yes
a
and
safe
no.
word or something.
Yeah, but then at the same time a lot of them say yo, the second, because at one point that guy that quits gets hit by an officer, but he did put hands on the officer first.
Oh, shit.
So that's how it gets
Yeah,
justified to the prisoners, because there's not a guy coming in and explaining oh, hey, that's okay because of this. They're just letting it roll. They're not. And that was the whole point, was they didn't want to intervene on what's happening by telling them, hey, settle down, or hey, don't be so rough, or hey, do this, because then that's
breaking the experience.
Yeah, that's making it to be what you guys want.
Yeah, now they're changing.
It's not
the
natural
experiment.
anymore.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
They're altering the experiment.
It was really fucking interesting, and I recommend you watch the movie, the little reenactment of it, and I think the actors they picked for it were great. It really made you feel like it was a legit experiment. Yeah. And you can even go online and find the actual footage of the shit happening, and it almost matches up identical.
Did they get in trouble at all? The professor?
No.
He didn't get in trouble?
No.
Damn, that's some.
They studied it. They're like
they signed contracts.
It was a very useful experiment for them to do because like in such a short period of time, like you said, like a day, these people really assumed the roles of prisoner and guards, and like not only did they assume the roles, but they were already taking advantage of the roles within a day, or 2 days.
And then what ends up happening is the shit gets cut short. They end up just calling it quits.
So how long did it last?
I believe it was 6 days.
Damn. Man, it was supposed to go 2 weeks?
1 to 2 weeks.
They, like, shaved a dude's head. Like, they were doing weird shit.
They took their clothes. Then they ended up giving them little buckets to shit and piss in.
Yeah.
And, like, they were just like, this is a privilege to fucking, to be able to eat, to be able to do this. Next time, now, hopefully, you'll see that we're nice officers, that we were giving you guys privileges. You guys want to be assholes? Okay, we'll treat you like assholes.
We'll take all your privileges away.
Exactly, which they do. And then, at one point, I watched the real footage. And it's the same shit where they're like, you took our fucking clothes. They don't do this in a real prison. And then one of the other dudes like, yeah, they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they do.
How long ago was that?
1970s.
Damn.
I think it was 1972.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't do that type of shit now, huh?
Well, dude, you watched that show. Remember you told me to watch it where they have like a group of people that go into
60 Days In.
Yeah.
That's another great show.
Days in.
That's another
have you
great
seen
show.
That?
Nah.
Oh, man. So they get volunteers of people to volunteer to go inside undercover, just citizens, or usually they're like military background or whatnot, you know what I mean? Or
they
police
volunteer,
officers.
so they know what they're getting into. They want to do.
Yeah. But the specific season that I watched, they had a guy that was just a huge fan of the show, which was some straight up nerdy white dude, big old chubby white dude. And then they had, for the first time, a actual prison
did like 10 years ex-gang member. He's all clean now. But
now he's like all religious and whatnot.
What do they do? They just
and so they go in, and each one of them is like they'll say like, okay, you two are going to try and figure out how they get drugs in and out of this jail, because it's not prison, they go to jails.
Give them like assignments.
Yeah, like okay, you two figure out how the gangs work here. Okay, you two figure out how the officers
in a real hospital. I mean, in
a real jail.
This is all legit.
Dog, and that's what the problem is. And it gets crazy like that, where and especially when they start, some of the participants get figured out because they're not good at acting, or they don't have a good cover story.
And they're in there for 60 days.
60
Are
days.
you a cop?
Exactly.
Dude, it's only a matter of time before they slip up, say something.
And then later on, because they do it like the season I watched was either like 5 or 6, and it's on Netflix, just that one season, and they like basically get down to the point where they're like, the people in jail know, they're like, one time they're like, man, that's some charges that'll be on some 60 days in shit.
Yeah,
that's not even some real charges.
They know
like
the
money
show?
laundering. That's 60 days in. You ain't ever laundered no money. You don't look like you done meth. You got all your teeth. What are you talking about? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They start calling them out.
That makes me think of that show. You ever seen that show where they're in an octagon and the octagon has like specific numbers in
UFC?
it? No, but they're in the octagon and it's like a silent room where they're just in there with their thoughts, and like certain things will pop out, and then sometimes at like a specific time of day, a siren will go on, and they'll see how long they can last in that octagon, and they'll just fucking go insane.
They'll just do like crazy ass shit.
Yeah,
to them.
it's kind of like Fear Factor, like sort of like that shit.
That's the last one you wanted.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
But it's crazy because you get paid out if you stay in there a certain amount of time. But it was a show a long time ago. I forget what it was called. Yeah, it was a real show. Huh. I forget what it's called. I need to figure it out. But that show's nuts too.
That's interesting.
But speaking of all that shit, I was thinking about talking about another topic, which is hazing. And this right here is a chevron, which you get promoted with. And once you get promoted, it's called NCO, non-commissioned officer. You become an NCO, so you're in charge of the Marines below you. And when you get in that, they do this thing called pinning, which is you get pinned for when you get your rank. And then you'll go down a line of everybody congratulating you, and they'll fucking bash in that shit into your chest. So you won't have these backings on there. So it'll be that. Yeah. It'll be that needle.
Into you?
Huh?
Needles into you?
Yeah. So it'll be that needle right there, just pinned into your chest, and they'll just start bashing it in.
Remember when we saw them, the dudes that would like, I think it was jiu-jitsu, where they had the gis on?
Where they would whip them
when you got your new belt, I would assume you'd have to walk past all the other dudes, and they just get their belts and whip the shit out of you.
That's exactly. That's what I want to talk about. What do you guys think of hazing?
I think it's something that's not like the worst thing. That's a little extreme.
Yeah,
Get stabbed with something.
But even so, I mean, he's literally in the most extreme of groups. Is the most extreme group. It's
well, they do it everywhere too. They do it in fraternization. They do dumb shit though, but
frats
they do
take
dumb
a little,
shit. Yeah,
yeah.
Frats go like the
it's a little unnecessary.
water chugging
exactly.
Like
contest,
that spanking shit where they get the fucking paddles.
Dude, oh, that just reminds me of some shit. I mean, you guys know anything about the Bohemian Grove?
Yeah, Alex Jones.
Yeah, Alex Jones. But yeah, it's almost
that's a real thing.
And
it's almost like a hazing thing to where, well, from what I heard from the Alex Jones episode is that they force these guys to do like homosexual acts,
dude,
as a part of like initiation,
because that way they have something on you.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I saw, and
so
they were like,
you don't go out and talk about it.
If you talk about it, be like, I got a video getting fucked in the ass.
Yeah. Which is insane. I mean, has it been proven to be 100% true though?
Well, it hasn't been proven, but it's
dude. He got the video though.
It's basically
not of somebody
proven.
getting fucked.
No, okay, not.
He has
that,
a video of them.
He have a video of them doing some
like,
weird shit.
They were like burning like
a pretend body. Is what I've seen. It's like
it's a body of sticks.
Like a child,
and they're worshiping a fucking owl.
Yeah. So there definitely is some weird shit going on.
And these are high up people.
These are people,
that
run the world.
People.
Yeah. It doesn't seem too far fetched for me.
Right.
Fucking celebrities.
At the same time, it's like you got all the money in the world. You're so fucking high up. It's like you wouldn't get into some weird ass shit.
Well, I mean, that's the weird thing. Like these people are running the world. Why are they grouping up secretly? Fucking
because then they can you have that security of being part of that group, where you're not going to get canceled out of that group.
Well, it's almost the equivalent of being in the mafia and like killing someone, like, oh, now you've done this act with us and like we're in this for life now.
Well, have you guys heard about the Skull and Bones with Washington?
Right. Sort of like
or
a similar
George W. Bush.
Washington. Well, I heard that like Bush Senior like dug up the body of some famous Native American and like took his skull and like brought it to their. It was like a fraternity kind of. Like brought it to their
to the Skull and Bones,
to their house or whatever, their fraternity house, and then like the actual tribe that was it was Geronimo, and his tribe like tried to sue Skull and Bones for stealing the remains of their ancestor. So there is some
we did do some shit,
because they tried to sue them for it.
They have weird, I don't know, bro.
Very
like
weird
not
shit.
many people know about it.
Yeah, but when it comes down to hazing, like we were saying, it's kind of like that same similarity. It's like I feel like
there should be a line draw, but now in the military,
but depending on what you're doing.
Yeah, well, in the military, it's not even allowed now. You'll get fucking NJP'd, which is an Article 30 or an article, and you'll get deranked.
The thing is though, dude, is like,
you want to talk about some sketch shit with the with the military, how they say all that shit with the women.
What do you mean?
How they say like there's all these like hidden where they cover it up and shit.
Oh, the hidden like abuses of the women.
That one that happened recently. Didn't they put her in they put her in a cement fucking like they put her to where they dumped cement in it, and she got fucking put in there. I forget her name.
To like make her disappear.
Yeah, not too long ago.
I didn't hear about that, but
she was in the Air Force.
But yeah, that's what I'm talking about though. Like how it's like, I mean, I'm sure it happens to men too. But majority of the time it happens, you'll find out.
Fuck, dude, I remember hearing that like Jeffrey Dahmer was in the military and apparently he raped some dude in there, and like the dude complained to his whatever,
CO?
Higher up COs or whatever, and they were like basically like just didn't believe him or didn't do anything about it.
I feel like a lot of times though too is they don't want to
sweep
bring
it under
light
the
to
rug.
it. Yeah, because then it makes them look bad.
Exactly.
The military look bad
because it's just a whole fucking snowball effect of whoever's in the top. They're gonna get shit on, and then it goes down. And the person on top doesn't want to get shit on.
So we can all agree that we believe it happens?
Yeah.
Well, there already these are people that already have like, I don't want to say almost like compromised morals, in a sense. At least they have it like where it's a switch where they can turn it on and say, when I'm in this mode, I can do whatever it takes to get the job done, and it's and it's okay to my conscience.
Or is it bringing it back to the prison experiment? Is it like
giving them too much power almost?
Or just when you're put in a situation that you normally wouldn't act like that, but now you have this ability to act like that and get away with it.
Right.
Do you then now all of a sudden become this
I mean, there's a lot of good people in the military, but there's also bad ones. And the bad ones, they just try to cover their own ass. Mm-hmm. And they don't care about whoever gets in the fucking
that's
shit
the thing
on.
is, like we were talking about, we don't want to categorize anybody based on the few
bad
apples.
It's not the whole military.
But it happens.
But the other thing, too, is that those are the kind of people that we do want in the military, though, kind of to an extent. Those are the dude, like
Jeffrey
those,
Dahmer?
Those are the kind of people that we want, fighting our enemies. Is those kind of guys that are like they're.
Yeah, but that's not somebody I want to fight next to.
Yeah, you're right. Because
you know what I'm saying?
if you die, could be in the hands of that person.
Yeah,
Dude, like in Vietnam, bro, people would fucking kill each other in Vietnam because they didn't trust the person in command.
What was that movie? Platoon.
Platoon, that's a great movie.
Great movie. Yeah.
They didn't like whoever was in command, so they'll fucking off them.
Have you ever seen Enemy at the Gates?
Oh yeah, you showed me that movie.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it yet.
Dude, it's a real about a real guy, Vasily Zaitsev or Vasily Zaitsev. But either way, they have his rifle in a museum. Yeah, he's like this really popular sniper.
Decorated.
But one thing that's really stood out in the beginning of the movie was they back then they didn't have enough rifles for every soldier to get a rifle. So
World
War II.
Oh, okay.
And even then they weren't. A lot of these guys were just taken. They weren't like signing up for the fucking
draft.
Yeah, they were just taken and said you got to fight. You're of age. And so what they would do is they'd say okay. They'd give basically coming off the ship or coming off the train, however they got you to where they need to get you to the war zone. They'd give one guy in the line a rifle, and they'd give the guy behind him a magazine filled with shit. The rifle had a magazine in it, but it was just you follow the guy that's in front of you with the rifle. When he drops, you take his rifle. And so they show that one blew my mind that shit happened.
Yep.
And two, these guys are running with just fucking literally like bolt action rifles to a line of dudes with just straight up like machine gun just
those
mowing
German
them
machine
down.
guns?
Yeah,
Dude,
just mowing them down. And
MG42?
And so they start running back. Like, we're getting fucked up, retreat, and then now their own guys are mowing them down with even better guns that they couldn't even give their own guys to fight with, but now they're wasting their own ammunition, their better bullets on fucking their own guys.
You're a pawn,
Yeah, exactly.
You're a pawn in a chess game.
Insane to me.
And how many people fucking blew on blue fire?
Insane.
Dude, yeah, it's fucked up. And then that without the weapon through Heartbreak Ridge?
Was it Heartbreak Ridge? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's when he's
Hacksaw Ridge.
Hacksaw
Ridge. Yeah.
You gotta get better with it.
What's Heartbreak Ridge?
We called him Special Jack.
I was like, there's no way. There's no way that his name is Special Jack, bro.
But
Hacksaw Ridge, dude. Same shit, though. I mean, but I was gonna bring that up is that the Japanese, because they have that mindset of that their purpose, they believe that they're in America. I don't know how it is now, but I heard that basically as a soldier, your number one priority is to survive, so that you can continue.
In Japan?
No, in America.
Yeah.
Your number one priority is to survive. So
and
kill more
fucking
people.
save your boy on the left and the right of you. So
the more soldiers you can keep alive, the better you're able to do your job. And in Japan, your number one priority is to literally sacrifice your life for your country.
And that's why they would fucking use the swords.
Yeah, your purpose is to die. That's why if you're a soldier, you're meant to die. And so, like, they're not afraid of just running out there, with fucking nothing in their hands against people who have guns, because it's like,
I couldn't even imagine.
I've achieved my goal now.
Now imagine if they had some top-notch fucking, guns and whatnot. With that kind of mentality.
Bro, with being a little island and them invading China, like, dude, that's fucking crazy.
Or fucking Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, dude, it's like
they
the
just
balls
decided
on
we're
these guys.
gonna take on the U.S.
Yeah, what the fuck? You out of your goddamn mind?
Then we hit that nuke and they were like, whoa.
2 nukes.
I remember I was like reading what the president said though at the time, whoever it was, I don't know if it was Roosevelt or whoever it was, but he was like basically saying that we could take the island, but it'll cost us so many American soldiers because they'll fight to the last person. That it's not worth it for us.
Yeah.
It's just not worth it.
And then I'm pretty sure it's true, but I remember what tripped me out too is when they said that when we dropped these nukes, we knew how fucking much damage it would cause that we blew it up in the air.
I don't think they knew how much damage it would do. But I don't think they knew the fucking radiation and all that would be
No, but
crazy.
I mean, like, they knew how big it was going to be. To where they didn't want it to
Detonated
explode on ground. They blew it up in the air.
Well, I think it does more damage if it's blown up in air.
Because the radiation spills?
Well, just the fucking blast. It's
shit, dude. I heard that, like, if people were looking at it, even from miles away, that their
eyes
blinded.
would be burned, bro. Yeah. That's the amount of light. Like, sometimes, you ever drive down the road and you're like, dude, what if a nuke, like, just fucking blew up?
All the time. I think about when I'm taking a shower in the morning. I'm like, fuck, dude, what if a bomb just goes off?
What are you doing this in the shower for?
No, I'm like,
running?
fucking, like, washing up. I'm like, man, what if a nuke just fucking wipes us all off the planet?
But see, at the same time, I feel like that would be one of the better ways to go.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be
real
like,
quick.
well, at least.
You know, if it landed close enough to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Other than like if you're just like, oh, what is that? Oh, shit!
You just see fucking bright light. You don't even hear anything because the sound wave, bro.
Yeah, it wouldn't even get to you in fast enough.
That shit, that would be bizarre.
But, dude, with how weak we look right now with our leadership, I wouldn't be surprised if we were to get invaded, it would happen.
But that's
now,
my
dude.
thing is
Are you ready to get drafted?
Yeah, I mean,
He's I'm going to go to Canada.
if we have to go, we have to go.
Well, we've talked about that on the other episode, though. It's like with our military, we shouldn't have to worry about missiles coming at us.
Well, the other thing too is that I was thinking about is that we always think of traditional warfare as soldiers fighting each other, but it could be warfare could be completely different nowadays.
Yeah, that's
warfare,
what I'm saying. It's
they
cyber
could
warfare.
infiltrate our government from the inside. It could be happening
EMP.
already.
EMP.
Yeah,
We could lose all fucking power, bro. Like,
Yeah, but
what,
that would have to be to get the whole United States. That'd be, have to be
even
huge.
a portion of the United States.
Well, you seen how they were like China's involved in our power grid somehow.
Dude, China fucking involved in everything, bro.
China's involved in our U.S. power grid somehow. Like
They probably have all our information on TikTok.
Fucking PG&E, dude.
Yo, monopoly.
That's a whole other thing to talk about. Yeah, how's that legal?
It's a monopoly.
government contracts.
Yeah, but now I guess there's solar panels you can get, so there's other options.
Yeah, but what they don't tell you is that you can't run year round on solar power. It just doesn't work like that. You could never store enough energy with your solar power panels to last you the whole year.
Yeah, you still have to pay a bill.
Exactly.
Because you're not getting enough to how much you
Right.
exert.
Eventually, you're gonna have to use, and people think that electricity, comes from fucking I don't know what they think, but it's produced through fossil fuels. That's how we get electricity.
And energy cannot be created nor destroyed.
Do you guys ever think about, like, some people have created probably some type of energy source, but it just gets silenced because
they make money off
Exactly.
of the
They say
fucking oil
about
and everything.
Tesla, right?
Tesla, yeah. He made something that
Nikolai,
just produces.
not the new Tesla.
It's
produces,
Nikola.
like-
I looked it up.
Is
It's
it?
Nikola.
Nikola Tesla.
Then
He
a lot of
corrected me
movies are wrong.
last he fucking corrected me last time. I was like, I looked it up.
Okay, Nikolai sounds cooler.
It does. It sounds more fucking nerdy. What were you saying?
But yeah, I mean, that he created something that produces electricity. But it does seem kind of far fetched. But then again, dude, I don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah,
really.
There
There's,
would be a big benefit for people to shut
There
that
also
shit
was a
down.
story that I saw that these two brothers created this, energy creating fucking type of piece of equipment, and they got silenced. They got killed.
Killed.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, either killed or just
Or
they
they call
took
it
the patent.
Suicided.
Yeah. Or like natural causes.
Oh,
or
I
something
totally,
weird.
I totally believe it though, dude. Without a doubt, 100%.
Yeah, there has to be some type of fucking equipment like that, but we just get shut down because the money.
Well,
Yeah, they can't make money off of
to all
something
of our
that's
fans,
fucking reusable.
something happens to us.
Yo, the comments.
Yeah, you seen that? Somebody commented that shit, or a couple people were like, "Hey, you guys better watch out.
You guys know
talking
too
about
much."
some serious shit right now."
You'll be here in a week. You're gone.
Yeah. With no
the
existence. you
FBI,
ever
open the
existed.
fucking door.
Yeah.
Bro, imagine they look at all this equipment. This guy's hacking for sure.
Yeah.
I'm just playing Fortnite.
Well, I'm sure they can tap into whatever the fuck's on your computer.
Yeah, of
You know what
course.
I mean, they have so much access nowadays. It's insane.
Sickening.
My teacher from my class that I was just at, he was bragging how he's got a fucking flip phone. He's like, I like this just because he's an old guy.
It's
He's
an
like,
old
because
fucking-
nobody can follow me, nobody can
Yeah.
track me, nobody can, I mean, they can still track you. You still have a cellular fucking signal.
Dude, we wanted to talk about another topic. What's AI?
Oh
So,
yes,
Google. I don't know if you guys heard, but Google created an AI program basically for customer service, and they made two of them. So these AI started talking to each other.
But explained customer service for what?
Just for I don't know if it was just Facebook, just customer service, just trying to help out. Google AI fucking talking to people and trying to figure out
Answer their questions.
exactly.
And shit.
And they made two of them, and they started communicating together, and they created a different language
Yeah, did you hear
that they
about
couldn't
that?
decipher. So they fucking shut
You
it
hear about
down.
Nah, I didn't hear about that.
They started talking to
Some
each
Terminator
other.
shit.
Yeah, dude, they started talking to each other.
Like, hey, these fucking humans are fucking gay. Let's get rid of
But
them.
even then, what Joe Rogan brought up one time, which I thought was interesting, is like, because there's no way we're going to stop AI in the future. It's going to.
It's gonna hit singularity, and then at that point,
what they say is like, what happens if we create these robots and whatnot, and then they realize how much we fucking treat our electronics like shit, and they're like, well, fuck these guys. They're always kicking us. They're just, they're throwing us out.
Yeah.
We're garbage to them. You know what I mean? And then they hate on us because of that.
Well, eventually we're gonna become part AI.
What do you think? What do you think they were talking about to each other? If you had to take a guess, what do you? First you and then you.
Honestly, I don't know.
I have no idea.
Okay, great content.
I mean,
But honestly,
dude, bro, it's two computers. You can't fathom the fucking.
but it's imagination.
I don't think they'll ever be able to figure out to get AI to work the way they want it to. I don't think that they're gonna ever be able to. And like, I know that Elon Musk is very adamant on working.
You don't like
on,
Elon, do you?
I'm not a big fan, dude. Honestly.
We don't like
Yeah,
All right, we're ending.
That's our dude. That's our dude right there. No,
I just feel like
I just like that he's somebody challenging what's normally accepted or what's the normal. He
Right.
wants to have other.
He
shit
wants
happen.
innovation. He wants life easier.
No, I get it. And look, I love the Mars thing, That's the last place that we can colonize is the moon and Mars and other planets and shit like
As
that.
of now.
But as far as like implanting artificial intelligence into the human, we're already perfect, bro. Why would you fuck with perfection?
Yeah, but see, you're saying
There's no
why
way
would
that
you
we're
do
perfect,
it versus what can it be possible?
oh, and that the
Do you
other
think it's possible that they could do that?
I don't think that they'll ever be able to get it to a point where it'll be like symbiotic, where like it's
like
quick
he
and
says, like
fast.
will be basically be phones,
yeah,
internet.
Like
you know what I'm
I don't think they'll ever be able to get it
saying? You
integrated.
can learn a
into-
language like that.
I don't think they'll ever be able to get it to
Dude.
where the human body is
Like the
integrated
Matrix.
into electricity and like you can just like everything works and you know.
I'm sure there'll be a
whatever.
part where it comes into fucking as a part of you, because like right now we're basically not some sort of AI, but we're morphed in with our phones.
Right.
On all day we're doing is scrolling.
Right.
Looking at different apps, getting information quickly as more than we ever done before.
Yeah, ever in history, right?
And then what was it, like Samsung or Google or some company was figuring out a way to create for somebody who's died or whatnot to be able to have you be able to text a number and it's
Dude,
the
that's
way
creepy.
they replied.
That's
Oh, that's
creepy as
fucking
hell.
sick.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can still talk to
because
a
basically,
person.
like our phones probably can create an us.
Artificial us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
tech-
100%.
technology is
Whether it's our
replacing
slang,
religion.
how we type, what we search, what we're
Exactly.
into.
They want you to worship Elon Musk.
Bitcoin,
yeah,
Doge to the moon.
yeah.
But no, that's just
it's
crazy.
just crazy. I honestly,
Well,
I
it's the sa-
disagree. I think that one day it could, maybe not humans.
By the way, technology is advancing, bro.
Maybe
We
1,000 years from now, but it's just like the
You
the
think we're gonna make it 1,000 years?
not
Humans?
the United States.
No, but humans?
Oh yeah, I don't think that the.
So you think we're like move on to Mars by then? Because I don't
Yeah.
think the
Oh
Earth
yeah,
is gonna last
definitely.
1,000
Oh
years.
well,
At the rate it's going,
dude, what do they really know? You know what I'm saying,
I mean, sea level's rising. There's no denying that.
bro.
dude, bro.
It's poles changing.
Dude, they-
Right, but then so we're gonna have to
I look at Santa Cruz
So
every
now,
year.
so what you're saying is what at that point the poles are changing. So it's like basically saying San Jose could be the North Pole one day.
No, well, dude, what they said was.
Then what are you saying?
You remember when we were in middle school, we watched this fucking movie called The Inconvenient Truth. What they said was that Florida was going to be underwater in 2014. It's 2020.
Yeah.
It's
21.
It's fucking so minimal. The amount of sea level rise is so minimal. And the other thing is they talk about on the East Coast, it's rising. On the West Coast, it's getting lower, bro. It's not. It doesn't work the way that everybody thinks that it works. It's not like it's rosy.
Yeah, I
on
think
five
they
levels.
exaggerated to where
They want you to spend money on
but-
fucking electrical fucking.
But the ice
equipment.
caps melting. How do you explain that?
Bro, it's snowed in Texas this winter.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. So Texas is going to be the North Pole one day.
Well,
Example.
Well, who knows? I mean, we're closer in history to the last ice age than the last time that the Earth was so hot that it couldn't be inhabited. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so
but,
if anything,
but how many people died or like
we
if-
survived.
but by a minuscule.
Right. So we might go into another ice age. I think that's more plausible than the
And
Earth getting so hot.
But even then, back then, we were a lot tougher.
Oh yeah.
You think like nowadays people? I don't think.
Well, we got big
majority of
brains.
people
those
really-
got big brains.
those Neanderthal genetics.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? Legit though, like they were already able to withstand a lot crazier, colder temperatures.
Well,
They didn't have blankets. They didn't have a house
Right.
to stay warm in.
They
were
look
used
at
to the cold.
like the genetics of Eskimo people match the genetics of people in China, so they know that at some point these people from China crossed over. It must have been a frozen, Pacific Ocean to get to, Alaska or wherever they are.
Did you know they do cryo freeze?
What do
They
you
actually
mean?
cryo freeze
Yeah, but does it
people.
work?
We don't know until
haven't
they
tried to
come
wake 'em
back.
up yet.
Yeah, until you have to wake up. Would you?
Yeah, but they're cryo freezing somebody that's dead or alive.
alive,
They're like
Who?
dude. I don't know.
people pay to do it.
yeah,
but
exactly. That,
But what they're doing it under the assumption that they'll eventually have the technology to wake them back up. So we don't have it yet, but they're assuming
What happens if it like
never
the-
works out.
or like EMP? This
Oh,
shit just
they-
melts and they're just
they-
like
oh,
not
they can't
woken
stay
up properly.
They probably have
Amazing.
backup systems. I don't know, but yeah, that's
EMP? How do you have a backup to an EMP?
generator.
But it
Creates
takes out all
electricity.
electronics. I thought.
But generators aren't electronic, bro.
Oh, I see what you're saying. It's gas.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing too is that when like where I live, power goes out all the time, and you can hear when the power goes off, everyone's backup generators fire up, and they're all diesel.
That's why you got the people have those old school Vicks, fucking just in case they're bug
Crown
out
Vicks.
Yeah. They're the old school Vicks that have no electricity or electrical.
You're talking about cars?
Wires. Yeah, old ass cars.
Oh,
No catalytic
I mean,
converter.
you make
and
it
stuff.
sound like it's real common. It's not that common.
Well, fucking bug out. I'm talking about like bug out people.
Oh,
people
got it,
that,
got it.
Well,
Like-
dude, the Green New Deal. The funniest thing that I seen about that, it was like this guy who was actually like a, he believes in global warming, but he's like, it's so ridiculous because people who live in places where it's cold, their only option is to run, gas powered heaters.
Yeah.
So like they would literally freeze to death.
Yeah, because electric, it doesn't work that well in fucking cold environments.
I mean, fucking people in Texas were freezing to death in their own
Yeah.
beds.
Yeah.
You know
Crazy.
what I'm saying?
Dude, did you see the ice coming from the roofs and shit?
chandeliers.
Yeah.
And shit,
But like
dude.
we talked about, they're just not built for that shit. You know
Nah.
what I mean?
I'm built different.
Relax,
Bro,
relax.
but if anybody tries to tell you that
that,
that they can control the climate or change the weather, I mean that just sounds like bullshit to me.
Bro, you never heard of HARP?
It's HARP.
I'm not saying that they can control it. Well, actually, yeah, they can.
You've heard of HARP, right?
I don't
HARP
know.
is these fucking, I don't know, it's a certain area that can control the weather.
Well, I'm talking about where they have
Supposedly.
these. I don't know if it might even been faked, but I'm pretty sure it's real. In Dubai, I'm pretty sure they make it rain.
Or you seen
Is
that?
it indoors though, or is it like they fly like a plane?
No, what I've seen is it's like basically like it looks like a big rectangle, huge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it like creates like these giant, just huge amounts of like basically like it looks like a cloud.
Yeah.
It looks like it's creating smoke,
Oh, creates
but
a
it's
cloud.
supposedly
I think it's
filled with-
hydrogen.
filled with moisture. Yeah, exactly.
Right,
So
right.
and it'll travel, and they know where it'll drop.
the rockets do that as well. You never seen that video of this guy? He's like explaining this rocket is creating a bunch of hydrogen, and it's a big ass fucking
but that's
cloud, and
what
it
they
rains.
call the chemtrails that come off the back of the jets.
That's different though.
But
No, yeah.
that's actual moisture, that's being like.
Yeah, but
you
they
know,
Could be
created-
aluminum,
But,
boron.
but I'm
and all
pretty
that.
sure that they admitted that was they're
It-
putting shit into the air, right?
They're not doing it on purpose. It's just like a discharge that comes off from them using their jet
got it,
engines.
got it.
But it is chemicals.
Yeah.
But they're not doing it on purpose to like fucking vaccinate masses.
Yeah, because at that point, why would you need a vaccine? Just put it in the air.
Yeah.
Bro, you guys hear about that flight MH, the Malaysian one?
It disappeared.
Yeah.
What happened
Just
to it?
what did it go over the Bermuda, go over the Bermuda Triangle?
No, so there's a Malaysian flight, and it took off, and it veered off, and the military knew about it. The Malaysian military knew about it, and it veered off, and they didn't think of anything of it because they thought it was a friendly aircraft, and it just disappeared. Like
They still haven't found.
there was
what happened to it,
268 souls on it. Yeah,
Just
they still
gone.
have never found anything about it.
But
and
at the same time, it's like
Jesus
clearly it
Christ.
went into the ocean somewhere.
Malaysia must have known something about it because when the ship, they had, I think, 48 ships go out to do a search, and it was searching the correct path that it was supposed to be on. But Malaysia knew that it took the veer, that's
So
separate.
they have some sketchy
They're
shit.
sweet.
so they
Sweeping
could
it
have
under the
some,
rug.
yeah, exactly.
They don't want the fucking bad press.
But I thought that's just crazy.
Maybe they accidentally shot it down. You
Oh
know?
shit, dude! Oh yeah, that could be.
You know, they did
Seriously,
it by
though.
accident, and they're like, "Oh, we didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Couldn't find it."
268
It was weird. We
people,
saw him
bro.
going off track, and we just wondered maybe they were taking a stop real quick. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's. I want to get more into that, but I need to research more.
You said you had some subjects.
Well, there was the Larry Wheels thing.
What do you think about maxing? Do you do one rep maxes a lot?
No, I don't. I really don't. I mean, honestly, I feel like, Larry Wheels is so strong. That guy was trying to go as hard as, I think Larry Wheels did that for like, reps.
No way.
And so that guy was like, oh, let me
Yeah,
try
he's
it.
a-
Probably.
he's a- He can
do it. I can
He's an up and coming YouTuber, so he's probably trying to get content.
Yeah, he's
mean,
trying to
he's-
go too
He
hard.
blew up,
dude.
literally and physically. And
They said
figuratively.
I was looking at Greg Doucette, and he said that it's not.
Dude, Greg Doucette.
I love Greg Doucette,
Dude,
man.
I'm
Coach
just waiting
Greg.
to get that book, bro. Anabolic Cookbook.
The French toast. Have you tried it?
I don't have the book yet. I'm going to get it,
Bro,
though.
you don't even need the book for the French toast. You got a YouTube video of it.
Oh, shit.
But he said that it was a full pec tear, and that it's better to have a full tear rather than a semi tear because you could actually just
it'll just-
reattach it.
Oh,
Apparently, yeah, they just pull it back there and they like nail it or staple it in, and
And it just
from,
heals.
from what I heard, that it's stronger. It's stronger.
because now you have staples holding. it?
Yeah, it's stronger than what you would
Fuck,
have
bro.
naturally. So
So why wouldn't people? Why wouldn't
Tear
legitimately-
'em on
Yeah,
purpose?
Not even that. Just put the staples in
staples
as it is,
in as it is.
or whatever they do. Just
Probably
fucking
just needs
reinforce
that
everything.
tear to fucking attach.
Talk about jacks now. Fucking metal arms.
Fucking.
Speaking of which, Mortal Kombat coming out. That shit.
Oh
looks
yeah, that shit looks pretty good.
Oh, or did you guys watch that Zack Snyder's fucking
Bro, it's
Justice
4
League?
hours
4
long,
hours.
man.
Not even that.
long.
Not even that. It's the same movie that already came out.
And that movie
What's
was
different?
ass.
What's different?
I didn't watch the other one, so.
That movie
Well,
was
it's
garbage.
literally like I was watching with my lady Crystal, and we were watching. I'm like, I feel like I've seen this before. She goes, "No, it's new," and I'm like, "No, I've seen this before." And then I look it up, and I'm like, "Yeah, this is the editor's cut or the
Yeah, it's
director's
just all
cut."
the deleted scenes they
Yeah,
included.
but really, it's basically the
Same
same shit,
shit.
and it's just
They said
insanely
it's
long.
The deleted scenes and
Insanely
I don't know,
long.
It's just dumb. That's
But it's like
more-
I looked it
like
up
the
online though,
Titanic.
when I looked that up, and it basically was saying there's like only one real significant new
Difference?
scene. You know, that's like actually like worth like, oh, I didn't get to see that, or you know what I mean?
yeah.
But it's just a waste of fucking time. If you watch the original one, don't watch the second
Marvel.
You already know
Marvel,
Marvel's
baby.
Yeah,
Marvel's garbage.
Marvel.
Oh, no, not garbage. The other one. What's the other one?
Better.
DC,
Goddamn.
DC,
Yeah, Marvel's
They
amazing.
just
I
got
love Marvel.
DC needs
What
to
I
figure
hate
their
though is
shit out.
DC had the perfect Flash.
They have they have cool ass characters. They just keep fucking everything.
What do you
up.
mean,
But I'm
Barry
saying-
Allen?
Yeah, but well, that's his name
actor?
always. The one from the TV show.
Yeah, yeah.
He was great. I used to watch that series.
Yeah, I don't like that new Flash.
the new Flash, which is the guy that's in the
I like,
experiment.
yeah, I like him as an actor. He was good on
In that experiment movie, he was
Mysteries
good.
of Grindelwald, though. Too, he's in that. I don't know if
think
you
I've
guys
seen
watch
that.
it,
I don't think
but he's a good actor, but he just doesn't fit the role.
Yeah, he's not the best Flash, or best for that role, I would say. And then they go fuck up and get Ben Affleck. Come on. And then they go replace him with fucking Twilight. Come on.
No,
Oh,
honestly,
shit.
though, I do want to watch that new Batman. Though.
Hopefully it's good.
And then it's
dude.
like they can't figure out the Joker, but then they get Joaquin Phoenix, dopest Joker, I think. But
I
he
think
supposedly
Heath
doesn't want to
Ledger.
do it again.
Heath Ledger.
and they're doing the Jared Leto.
Heath Ledger was a good one, too.
On
Heath Ledger was great, yeah.
the new Suicide Squad.
Dude, he,
Yeah,
he
but-
he can't play it.
Jared Leto. No,
You didn't like him?
No, hell no.
It's all right.
He's a different. It's just a total different.
To me, he's
Joker.
more so like that cartoon Joker.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like
yeah.
that, you know what I mean? The
More
short
like
hair, you know what I mean?
You
Slick
know who
back.
does the voice for the cartoon Joker? Is the guy who plays Luke Skywalker on Star Wars.
The
Ewan
actual
McGregor?
guy?
Yeah, no. What? I think his last name's Hamill.
Not Luke Skywalker. Oh yeah, he died. Didn't he die?
Did he?
What? He
I
was
don't
just
think he
in
died.
one
I
of the
thought he
newest
just died.
Scott.
Yeah, so you know which guy I'm talking about.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
does the voice for Joker in the old cartoons.
Really?
That's how he started like his career.
Really?
Yeah.
And then he became an actual actor.
Yeah, and then that was his first like roles, and it
breakthrough?
was pretty much his only role.
Star Wars?
Yeah, it was Star Wars.
Huh. Interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Damn.
Shane bringing the facts.
Yeah, fact checker.
But you happy with this episode?
This episode's fucking solid, bro. First
Yeah.
guest. Let's go. Let's
Yeah,
get
I
another
know.
applause going.
Oh yeah. My
But no,
pleasure.
yeah. Appreciate you for coming on, Shane.
Hey, happy to do
Appreciate it.
I guess we're shaking hands now.
Yo, you got to do it for the pod.
Don't, but it's all right. We did it anyways.
Thanks
But,
for the cacti.
Yeah,
That dog shit
What'd you
fucking
think of, you tried both, or two of them.
Pineapple's definitely better.
Yeah, I liked pineapple more. Some
Lime
people
kind of
didn't
tastes like
like it.
piss.
Bro,
Kinda tastes
I
like
I
wonder-
urine.
feel like lime needed actual lime in it.
Maybe.
I wonder if anyone went up to Travis Scott and was like, bro, you know your drink tastes like shit, right?
not if you see him in person. Even if I saw him in person, I'd be like, "Hey, that pineapple's fire." I don't even bring up lime.
He's fucking smart though, dude.
Dude,
He's
hell
like,
yeah.
oh, this seltzer's blowing up. He's like, I'm gonna make one.
But his is different because it's agave, blue agave.
And it's 7% too.
Yeah, which
7%
is nice.
is good.
And it's got
Low calorie.
less than a gram of sugar.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Dude, but this is okay. Real quick though, this is what's crazy. Let's see here. Okay,
Nutrition expert.
One serving per container, right? Okay, there's 3 grams of carbs.
Mic check.
For each gram of carbs is 4 calories. So if you have 3 grams of carbs, then you have 4 times 3. You have 12 calories. How is this 150 calories? This is a known fact. Everybody knows this. Carbs are
Not everybody.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
well, carbs are
We learned
4
it in
calories
science.
per gram. So if there's 3 grams of carbs in this should only be 12 calories. Why is it 150?
The unknown
There's
ingredients.
nothing else in there.
It's the
The
2%
alcohol?
sugars.
No,
No,
I know.
there's
That's
no
what I'm
way
talking
that-
about, though. Oh, no, but that's
Oh,
included.
yeah.
Sodium?
That's included in carbohydrates.
Sodium?
Sodium doesn't have any caloric
The
value.
alcohol. Alcohol has.
I guess the alcohol.
They say that a
Yeah, but
shot
what-
is equivalent to a beer.
Right, I know. And you know what's interesting about like a shot of like tequila, for instance?
I thought they were saying that based on the alcohol content.
Because alcohol
get
is
it-
calories, I think.
Tequila has fat in it, bro.
No way.
Yes, it has. That's where the
Yeah, but it has like no sugar, right?
yeah, no sugar, but that's where they gets the caloric value from. Is from it's fat somehow, bro. Because I think it's made from agave. But whatever.
Tequila's fire, bro.
Fire.
Shit.
Yeah, it makes sense. I see, like, even on a lot of the tequila bottles, they have, like, an agave plant on there.
Yeah.
A lot of fire. Speaking of a lot of fire, this fucking episode is fire. If you guys like the video, make sure you smash that like, hit that sub. Look at this fucking Supreme Boy over here.
You can't even read it, dude. Fucking wore this
He's
shit
wearing
for
that.
nothing.
He's wearing that Supreme.
Dude, honestly, though, everybody loves my shirts. Okay?
Yeah, dude.
I
Everybody
get so many
does. They're
comments
like,
on my
"Damn, that shit's
shirts.
dope."
You need to step your game up, Marcus.
I do.
You need to really step it up. Volcom? What are we, in 2004? What is this?
Bro, I got it at Ross, all right? I shop at Ross.
Hey.
Baller on a budget.
Yeah, hey,
Yep.
thrifting, though, is another fire subject, but we won't get into that.
This is Stussy. Okay.
I thought it was Stizzy.
No, it's Stussy.
Stizzy.
Only real people will know. Stussy International.
Well, I guess
All right.
I'm not real.
And we're out.
Peace. Thank you for watching.